I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to yet another video. It is a player review, but at the same time, we're going to have a little discussion about the objective as a whole, and we're going to talk about the, I suppose, ethical grounds of releasing a Player of the Month card, which cost 1.1 million just 3 months ago, now as a almost free card for winning 5 games in Rivals, which is, I mean, I wouldn't say I have an opinion on it necessarily. I can definitely see both sides of the argument, but if you were one of the ones that completed this, I can more than understand why you feel annoyed and aggrieved by it, right? So we'll talk about that. The 90 rated card, of course, that you get for picking up 5 wins. There may be some amongst you who just want the 90, more than happy to stop at that, and you're not going to even play for the 91. If you unlock it naturally, fine, but you're not going to actively go for it. So I guess this will serve as a review for you. And of course, there are reviews, I'm sure, already on YouTube from when he was originally released, but as I have to use him a fair bit to get the 91, I thought it might be a good idea just to sit down and have a little discussion. And of course I will review the 91, 92 and 94 when I get them. Not going to necessarily rush to get them. I will release maybe one a day. I'm not trying to be the quickest. I just want to get them all done so that whichever one you stop at, you know what you're getting, if that makes sense. Very, very nice objective. I really am a big fan of it. I prefer this to Mendy. I think, quote me if I'm wrong, but there are fewer games to play, which is nice. I don't think the objectives are as hard because obviously he's a cam, so he's sort of more geared, if you will, to scoring and assisting that Mendy would be, so that's nice. I'm not going to compare him to Mendy the entire way through the video, but of course that is the only other sort of academy-style objective that we were given for Summer Heat. He's the only one I can even remotely compare him to. Now, 5 win requirements gets you a 4-star, 4-star, right-footed, high work rate, lean body type with 5'10", which is really good. That 5'10", 5'11" is perfect. That is, in every way, shape or form, the meta of this game. It just is, right? And then, of course, the lean body type is ideal. The high work rates, many people will dismiss as not being meta because, of course, high defensive on a cam doesn't make an awful lot of sense. I like it. I think it really, well, I say it, I think. It does suit the way that I play the game. 4-2-3-1, Bruno as a cam, and he has then the option to come back and go forward, and he will drive back and forth based on that work rate, but he has 99 stamina, so he can cope with it, which is really nice. Now, the rest of the stats are good. Maybe toward this stage of the game, they're not good enough, but that's okay, because there are 3 cards above this you can grind for free. So we'll talk about them, of course, when we get to them. Unfortunately, the 91 and the 92, there isn't going to be an awful lot of point reviewing them in a way, because they're only really 1 upgrade above, so maybe I won't review the 91 and we'll go straight to the 92. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll probably review all of them because I'm stupid, but hey, you've got 90 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, we've got, I mean, pretty good dribbling stats, really. Composure, dribbling, ball control, 91, 2 and 3, which is nice. The reactions are 89, which is fine. Bear in mind, this card came out 3 months ago, before Team of the Season. So then, this card was really good, right? And it's still good now, but you know what I mean. It was better, because you didn't have those Team of the Season cards to compare. Of course, 84 balance and 83 agility, not great. Really good shooting across the board, apart from the actual finishing stat itself. But 96 shot power, 95 long shots, volleys and penalties are very good. 83 finishing and 87 positioning. Could be higher, but, you know, all in all, not bad. And then the passing itself, 90 short passing, 93 vision, which is very good. Good free kicks, good crossing, which is nice, just in case you need or find yourself out on the left or the right, able to drill it across goal. And of course 99 stamina, not very good in terms of the strength, aggression. If you go all the way up to the 94, he hasn't really been boosted that much in the physical department either. In fact, if you go all the way up to the 94, you're only really getting you're getting a +5 overall on paper, because you're going from a 90 cam to a 95. But if you have a look at most of the stats, they only really go up by 3 or 4. The dribbling itself does go up by 5, but you're still under 90 for balance and agility. So bear that in mind. With, I don't know, Maestro Chem style, for example, I don't know, maybe you want to give him something a little bit different. You get a 95 rated cam then. So you are able to boost that player of the month up to what the 94 is, kind of, but not really at the same time, if that makes sense. What chem style, ideally, if you were going to keep this card for the long haul, you could argue an engine. I would want something to boost that that finishing, though, to be honest. But then you do kind of want something that boosts the... I don't know, get maybe a sniper? The passing could be good enough. Sniper could be a thing. You don't really get the pace boost, but you get that finishing, and you get that agility up, which is really nice. And I would rather him feel agile and responsive in game than I would him being sort of, I don't know, quicker, if that makes sense. I'd rather him be sort of snappy when it comes to drag backs and such. There are chem styles you can use, like more than one. There are several, so maybe just tinker around until you find the right one to suit your play style. I just chucked a Maestro on him just for the sake of it, because I knew I wasn't going to be playing with him that long, and it worked just fine. Maybe he could have been a little bit quicker. I wasn't about to waste 5k on an engine, that's for sure. But yeah, it is what it is, right? So anyway, with that being said, I put a poll out on Twitter just after 6 o'clock on the day, obviously, that the objective came out, and I said 90 player of the month Bruno was 1 million coins as an SBC 3 months ago. Do you think it's okay for EA to release him as a 5-win objective just 3 months later? And there were a considerable number of votes, and most people, which surprised me actually, because a lot of people like to obviously go in on EA, sometimes for a reason, sometimes not really for a reason, but it surprised me. The result was around sort of 60, mid-60 percentage of yes, it is fair, which, like I said, it surprised me because I thought people would jump on EA's back for this, but they didn't. They were happy enough to say, yeah, I'm okay with it being re-released. I think the people who said no are either those people who like to just have a go at EA for everything, but also those who completed it. And I am on your side in a way, because that card was 1.1 million coins when it came out, which... if you go on Footbin and have a look at the comments, a lot of people were like, unbelievably impressive card, but it's just far too expensive. So it was massively overpriced when it came out. But if you were that much of a fan of Bruno Fernandes, of Manchester United, and you did it, honestly, I can more than understand why you would feel that upset about it, because that's a lot of coins to spend on an untradeable card that probably didn't have good packs back, because all year EA have failed to give good packs for SBCs. So yeah, I can definitely understand why you would be really annoyed that they've released this an objective. I had someone come to me that they were annoyed about the 85 Mendy. Now, I, on the other hand, kind of went the opposite way with that Mendy, because I did it, and I wasn't annoyed that they gave it out. And I'm going to go have a look now, and it's much different, because the price is just completely different. But that Mendy was 300,000 coins. But the difference in it is that came out on the 22nd of December. That's 6 months ago. Like, that's a long time, and he was 300k. This was 3 months ago and 1.1 million. So just to wrap that segment up, I can definitely understand why people who completed him are annoyed. And I can understand why people think it's okay. Because, you know, that was 3 months ago. You've had your fill. You've played 3 months worth of games with him, which if you're a relatively hardcore player, that's a lot of games. If you're not a hardcore player, then yeah, okay, not a lot of games. You've not really had your fill, and now you can pick him up for free. But at the same time, 5 games get you a 90 rated card, and you can put that into another SBC, and you can kind of make your money back that way in a way. It's not really, but at the same time, it is. Now, is this card good enough at this stage of the game? To be fair, I think in Rivals, depending on what division you're in, if you're sort of lower down playing against not like the top end player, but still decent players, right? I think he is capable of actually pulling out a few nice passes. I think he's capable of scoring goals, as you would have seen in the clips, and he's pretty good on the ball. I mean, he's not the most agile of players, but the lean body type definitely helps. I've only given him a +5 agility for the Maestro. I did play 1 or 2 games with a stat card on his physical, and the reason I've done that is because I wanted to get that strength and aggression up a little bit, just to see if it makes a difference, and it does. The problem, of course, is even when you get to the 94, you don't really get a big aggression and strength boost anyway. It only goes up by +4, so I just wanted to see what it did to the card. And of course, because we're going after the objective, I wanted every advantage. I could have easily given him like a pace boost or something, but because I was reviewing it, I just wanted to give him that little +10 strength and aggression, sometimes +5 if I'm doing like bronze stat card or whatever. It was only 1 or 2 games just to test it. It worked really well actually because he was just getting involved. He was getting stuck in an awful lot more. If you play Rivals and you do a lot of bronze pack method, I tend to keep the training cards rather than just get rid of them. I sell the pace and the +3, but I tend to keep the others because giving a physical boosts stamina as well. A lot of people don't know that. So if you've got like, I don't know, a Santi Cazorla or something, he doesn't have very good stamina. Give him a physical attribute card. You can't play in Weekend League with it, but in Rivals, helps a lot. Doesn't really give you an advantage necessarily, it just allows you to play with a card you enjoy for longer. Adel Tarapt is a prime example of that. Giving him a +15 physical, it makes him able to play the full 90. Doesn't give him an advantage in terms of, you know, pace or shooting or passing or dribbling or whatever, but you can play him for the full game, which is nice. And of course, you don't need to worry about that with Bruno, but just thought I'd mention it in the video. Nice card, only 5 wins, definitely worth playing to if you ask me. Question is the 91, 92 and 94 worth it? I would imagine yes, but we'll get to them when we get to them. Let me know what you plan to do. Are you going to the 90, just going to stop? If you get to the 91, so be it. Or are you actively going to go for the 91, but you're planning to stop there? Where are you planning to stop? Are you going for the 94? And of course, do you think it's fair that they've released a Player of the Month card that was 1.1 million coins 3 months ago, now as a 5-win objective? I'm sort of 50-50. I can see both sides. I'm not really one or the other, to be honest. So, yeah, it is what it is. I wasn't bothered about the Mendy, and I completed that twice. So, I suppose you can kind of see where I'm coming from. But there we go. If you have enjoyed this video, do me a favour and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.